Hello everyone, welcome back to Arcane Veils. I am your storyteller, and it is my privilege, honor, and duty to cause irreparable emotional damage to these people, and I take it very seriously. But to go ahead and let these wonderful people introduce themselves and the characters they'll be playing, we'll just go ahead and start with Ethan.
Yeah, I'm playing Ethan tonight, and you can find me as Sir Monolith on the socials. Yeah, I'm just looking to see what kind of trouble we can get up to today.
Kian, it's your turn.
Oh, hi, I'm Ari. I am here tonight to play Kian. I am totally not sleep deprived and needing more coffee. It's going to be a great time.
I'm Junie Vanish. I'm playing Dr. Claudia Front Blue Drake. I am caffeinated slightly. It's a month. It's a day ending in Y. Hello.
And Phoenix will be dropping in and out for us tonight. And as you can see, we are very much professionals at this. We 100% take this very seriously, and we are very good at it. But if you were here for our last session, our cabal has finally managed to deal with a node located beneath Lake Erie. And as they have potentially undiscovered, unlocked, gained the interest of several powerful people throughout the world of darkness, we turn our attention to Kian. Kian, as you find sleep this evening, you find yourself brought into a world of darkness, a world absent creation. And as you look around, you gain... It would be too much to call it sentience. It'd be too much to call it sapience. You gain awareness of the world around you is malleable. And as you reach out for that to manipulate just a small part of this dream, the world changes. And you find yourself standing amidst a field of black stone, a thick fog circling around you, giving you just enough vision for about 5 feet in front of you. You stare off into a distance. You aren't sure which direction it is. You aren't sure if it is a direction. But you hear something, a voice, so soft that it could barely be perceived. Kian, what do you do?
Okay. This must be some Thalane bullshit. Knew I should not have drank that tea before bed. This is okay. Right. I'm gonna walk a little bit ahead to see if I can't find that voice.
Begin walking, and as soon as you take a few steps, the darkness around you, the fog, begins to shift. And then you aren't sure if you've moved. You know you want it to move, but you can't tell if you've moved or if the world around you has moved. But you keep walking. And just ahead of you, barely noticeable, you see a silhouette, bathed in dark, dream-like shadow. What do you do?
Can I make out anything on the silhouette?
Not from this distance.
Okay, great. I'll walk a little closer this time, a little hesitant, because I'm not sure if this is Fey nonsense or if this is my avatar nonsense.
Alright. So you begin to move. You attempt to gain sight from a different angle. But you find that no matter which side you look at this figure from, it's as if the fog moves with you, keeping you forever just out of view of this figure.
You know, if this is you, I miss Candyland. You know, you could have done Candyland. You could have done any of the other games instead of Dark and Spooky. We're not playing Dungeons and Dragons.
And there's no response.
Okay, so it's not Candyland. Wish I had the ability to make light. I don't have any light. I have my lighter on me. Ugh.
Will you roll me your
no.
perception
Oh no.
and one dice, please?
One dice. Oh no.
Perception plus 1.
What is my difficulty?
7.
Oh, ew. That's gross. 2 successes. It's not bad.
The thought comes to you unbidden, not even fully formed. Yeah, this is not your avatar. This is not your mage gifts, the ability to rework reality. This is something more personal. This is your subconscious trying to show you something, though you don't know what.
I need myself to be more clear. Nothing?
Would you like
All right.
to try and puzzle out the meaning of this situation?
Sure, I would, yes.
Roll me intelligence
Oh no.
plus your domain rating. Or your Demesne,
Domain?
depending on how Demesne. I don't know how that word is actually supposed to be
Demesne?
pronounced. I don't know how that word is actually supposed to be pronounced. So whoever
Demesne?
does know, I apologize. Sure.
What is 6 or 7? What's
7.
difficulty? Oh lord. Yeah, whole whopping nothing.
So you attempt to piece it together. You puzzle out the mist. Perhaps it's a metaphor. You don't even realize that the figure is gone.
Okay, this is some Thalain bullshit. Wake up, wake up, wake up! I'm gonna start pinching my arm.
As you attempt to waken yourself up, to free yourself from wherever you are, you feel a hand on your shoulder. And as you are violently turned around, you see a cloaked figure, a woman, skin withered and not decaying, but dried like leather. And as she looks at you, she opens her mouth and begins to scream. And then you wake up.
Oh, turning on every light in the house. Turning on every light in the house.
Okay. Is there anything else you do this evening? We'll say it's maybe 2 in the morning. Oh, that's maybe the morning, not evening.
I'm going to sit up in my recliner in my living room with every light possibly on in this house, just sitting there being like, okay, we're not going back to sleep tonight. But eventually I do fall back asleep.
Okay. And this time, when you go to sleep, you find it peaceful and undisturbed.
Thank you, I can continue my normal dreams.
The next day, the 4 of you are able to gather. But before that, is there anything you all wish to do as you begin your day? All right. In that case, is there any particular place you all would like to meet this, we'll say, morning around 10 a.m.? well, that you all can meet at Claudia's house early in the morning.
I have a feeling I'm making breakfast again.
Sure. So Claudia has begun. Go ahead, Kian.
I think Kian would be nice and swing by like a breakfast place and bring like food, so Claudia doesn't have to cook.
Just coffee. Just bring good coffee. Or tea. Caffeine. We have addiction. We need to,
He can do that.
All right. As you all are, we'll say as Claudia's begun cooking and Kian has stopped by with coffee and all the other breakfast essentials. We'll say it's about 11 a.m. when the four of you have fully gotten together. You've taken the moment to eat and to enjoy your morning. And with that, I leave the narrative to the four of you. What would you like to do today?
Here's your coffee. I
Thank
got
you.
breakfast burritos for everybody because I knew you didn't need to cook.
Oh, I made crepes.
I'll
With
have
bacon.
one. I'm gonna
And
eat this
sausage.
burrito too.
Okay. I mean, I did put in apples and nut and like pecans, and I put, I made like, it was like and I drizzled caramel sauce on it too, so you could, yeah.
Okay, I'll have one of those too.
It's a caramel apple crepe. What did you expect me to make?
I don't know. Oh, my brain is tired.
I'm just assuming now every time I wake up, either you all will text me or you all will just show up by 10. It's weird how that happens.
I mean, I texted you.
I haven't even looked at my phone yet.
Hmm.
I just rolled out of bed, rolled into the shower, rolled out of the shower, rolled into closing game down here.
That's fair.
I may or may
Oh,
not have stayed up a little bit.
fantastic crepes, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Do you want more?
Oh, yes, always.
Okay,
He's tiny, but he puts it away.
You better make at least 10 of those things because he will eat about that many.
Oh, I made 20, so I'm good.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Ugh. So we have the node. We should probably let them know that we have successfully activated that.
True, yes. But it's still a little difficult to access.
That's their
Perhaps we
problem.
should. Well, I mean, it could. I mean, it could be their problem, but it could also be our problem if we'd like to use the node.
No, I mean, to me, it's more of they want to try and access a node. That's their problem. I'd like to work on that observatory. There has to be a connection between the two.
We just gotta patch the hole into the void.
A little bit of duct tape, a little bit of chewing gum. It'll be fine.
I would like to actually explore it a bit more. Look around that room that has the hole into the center of the universe, and then try to figure out how we can appropriately utilize it if the technocracy hasn't closed it up again.
Well, sounds like a good idea. Would be nice to have some easier access to that energy source, if possible. Anyway.
I mean, I'm not a fan of going down and then coming back up and seeing the technocracy there.
Yes. Plus, if we're doing something strange like showing up on a regular basis to go dive into the middle of the lake, that might, draw more attention than say, visiting an observatory.
Yeah, exactly. On top of that, coming up and the technocracy assuming we owe them because they did us a favor.
Yeah, well, I mean, might be something interesting to look into, but if we want to, well, also murders, right?
I mean, yes, that's concerning. Murders, I definitely agree we should probably look into, because if it's like a vampire problem, we can then just ignore it. Because again, I still not want to get involved in vampire problems.
No, that vampire problem's not good.
I mean, they hold grudges for too long. But I
They
agree.
live too long.
They do. But bonus is we can walk in the daylight.
Fair.
So like we got at least one good thing upon them. But I agree. I think we should look into at least the observatory, see if we can't either secure the location as is, or try and figure out how to reshut that door.
Because the sooner we can secure that, then we can actually make sure that you get decent quintessence.
Yes, and if we have a reliable place to pull that from, without having to resort to other more challenging tactics. You have skills with that, Dr. Claudia.
Look,
I'm
it's
sure
just a net.
It was great.
Wait,
But
do you not have matter?
No, I haven't studied that yet.
I'm still working on spirit, okay?
Okay. Well, if you want to know about matter, I can explain matter and how you can utilize matter to sift through. I use matter because I have to water crops and stuff at times.
Yeah, it's highly useful sphere of knowledge, that's for sure.
And being that everything else is forces, might as well just use the matter to do what I need to do here. I don't want fire too much.
No.
I think fire and crops would be particularly unpleasant.
That would be bad.
Well, it's good for clearing the field quickly.
Yeah, but I used to be a weather witch. I used to be able to do weather control and sorcery. It transmutes better into matter.
So look into the observatory, shut the door. Probably should let them know first off. If we let them know first off, maybe they can help us like shut the door in there, or at least give us a pointer, since we secured their node.
Do you want to contact them?
Right. Ethan, you want to talk to your distantly related cousins?
I mean, I don't know that I have kept up too much with them.
I meant via the app. Do you want to send the message, or should I?
Or
are you too busy eating that crepe?
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me.
And Kian will send off a message in the app just being like, secured, with thumbs up.
Okay. But you get back a 64-bit image of a small, nondescript character jumping up and down with the hand in the air. And then you receive a call.
Oh, they sent me a fake Mario, and now they're calling me. He's gonna answer it.
It's legally
and put
distinct.
them on speakerphone.
Legally distinct character. Very legally distinct from that. No, do not sue us. We have nothing. As you answer the call, you hear a familiar voice. I've heard you all have done well for yourselves.
Yeah, node is secured. Technocracy showed up. It was all fun and games. Completely fun and games.
Wonderful. You do not sound as excited as I would have assumed.
We are super thrilled. Super thrilled. I just haven't gotten much sleep last night, so I'm a little less enthusiastic, but internally I am jumping for joy.
All right. What do you all intend to do with the node now?
Well, He hits the mute button so he can hear what Claudia said.
Go to Disneyland.
Disneyland would be great, but I think we're gonna need to secure the node. We were gonna look into seeing if one of the ley lines goes to the observatory and possibly getting the observatory. Problem being is that observatory has like a hole punched into it in the shape of a door straight into the Umbra. That needs to be plugged because I'm pretty sure it's not safe. Any assistance with that would be nice if possible.
Well, the old spirit was never really my forte, but I believe you have a member of the order that may be able to help. My suggestion to you all would be to find out who owns the land that it's built on, and maybe you can try to purchase it before someone else does. That might be helpful. If I don't know if you all are capable of placing wars, whether they be major or minor, but those could be helpful. If all else fails, you could board it up. It's not exactly good at stopping spirit things, but they could help, especially if you have someone who knows how to turn things into spirit stuff. They may be able to make a wall of some kind.
Noted. Thank you. I don't know what you want us to do with the node other than that. It's kind of underwater.
Oh, I think there may have been a bit of a misunderstanding. It's your node to do with as you see fit. Our job was to simply give you the assignment and hope you succeed.
Well, that was very, very generous. All right. Well, we will go figure out who owns the land and go from there. But it is secured now. So all should be good.
Wonderful. I have decided to keep this little app in place for you all as you consider it a parting gift. If you do need me for anything, feel free to reach out, though I am afraid future assistance will be charged at the normal price.
Understood. Got it.
Good luck.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Probably charges in Bitcoin too when he puts the phone down.
Were you on speaker the whole time?
Yes. Yeah, no, he
okay.
had it on speaker the whole
Okay,
time.
okay.
He was like, I am not having a one-sided conversation, speakerphone, so everyone can hear.
Well then, I guess that makes things a little that clarifies things a little bit. I shall look and see what I can find out about who owns the observatory.
Claudia will just turn around, get her laptop out, and investigate right there. So it's like, here, Ethan, look. She starts doing it right there.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop.
It does not take you a lot of time to figure it out. You are able to trace back a general timeline of events. It was once owned by Case Western Reserve University, but then through reasons with funding, it was sold back to the state. So it is currently, it's sold back to the city, to be more accurate. So it is currently owned by the city of Cleveland proper. You may be able to purchase it directly from the government.
How much is it? Does it state how much it costs?
I will say it does not say so online. You would need to go to City Hall to find out.
Yeah. I'm working on funds. I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but depending in a couple weeks, I might be able to try and purchase a little bit of it. I don't know. What are you guys all sitting on in the green thing?
I'm like solidly middle class. 3 dots in resources.
Yeah, same. I'm working on 4.
I'm working on 3.
You're again 3 too?
Yeah, I'm working on getting to number 3 because most of any money I have is tied up in the business.
Well, if we maybe all put our names on it, maybe you could get like a mortgage. Just kind of, to be honest, like if we get it fixed up, I could totally just move in there because like my apartment is not super expensive, but also, will I pay for 2 places when I could just stay at a very nice
True,
Fair,
but
then you'll have a lake house.
I
yeah,
know,
but
right?
let's see if it's worth you living in there. If it's like sound,
Yeah, we should probably look
because
into making sure it's not going to collapse on us.
well, that and I don't want you to be like sleeping and all of a sudden, something decides to rip through the hole in the center of the universe and then eat you for dinner.
I mean, things just scream at me in my dreams, but that's besides the point. All right,
You said
who's
you
going
weren't
to town?
sleeping well. What happened? Are you okay? I
Really
have
weird.
stuff if you.
I think I saw a banshee in my dreams, but I'm not 100% certain. All I know, I was in this weird, misty, gray place, and I saw a figure, and I tried to go for it. I thought it was my avatar because that little bastard is sneaky and likes to pop up in places I don't expect him to. Could have been my mom, but I'm 100% certain it was my mom. Wasn't my mom. She would have at least made a nicer place if she was poking into my dreams. It was like this kind of like she looked a little withered, but she didn't look like mummified withered, and she like screamed at me and I woke up. I may have slept in the lounge chair all night.
You could have just come over and I got a bed.
It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah, and you got to bed till like 2:30, almost 3.
Well, next time I will definitely do that, but I'm pretty sure it was probably a banshee. That's lower on my list of things to investigate.
Oh,
Don't know why.
that's fair, but I can always make sure I give you something that you can sleep through things.
Well, I'm kind of grateful I could wake up because dreams are not always a safe place.
I wouldn't know.
Still mad I could never see a dragon, but that's besides the point.
I can crochet you a dragon.
I'll take the crochet dragon. I want a real dragon, but my mom says no.
Look,
Very mean
I
of me.
could make a real dragon, but it's not going to be a real dragon. It's just going to be something made out of either steel, mud, or earth.
I will take the crochet dragon.
Okay. At least you can hug it while you are going through nightmares.
Right, we're going. Who wants to come to the town hall with me?
Oh, are we going to town hall or are we going to go to the observatory first? Are we going to go?
No, we could.
Go to the town hall while we head to the observatory.
The storyteller, which one is on the way to where?
You could, it would be up to you ultimately. From where you all are, you could go towards either one. You would have to make the decision on which place you're going. They are not in the same place. They're not in the same direction. But they're, we'll say, roughly the same distance.
Let's go to the observatory first. Give it a once over, see if it's even structurally sound, because if not, we can then haggle the price.
That's fair. Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure we're just going to be paying for the land at this point, because that observatory is going to need like new windows, a new coat of paint. It's probably
new
going to be
walls.
I think it's going to be a whole gut job, honestly.
Oh, totally.
Well, here's the better question. Do we want to turn the observatory back into a public business, or do we want to make it a convert it into some kind of private residence where we maybe are conducting research from, et cetera, et cetera.
I think a research facility would be nice. Maybe we can get some grants that'll help fix it up.
We'll do some
If it's a-
astronomy.
Yeah,
I
but
like
if
stars.
if we do that, then you can't live there.
That's fine. I can
Oh.
still pay for my condo.
Yeah. I don't want to burst your bubbles and your dreams on this.
No, it's fine. Fine.
You seem happy.
Just need more sleep. But that's fine. That is a tonight problem.
Do you want caffeine?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Do you
I think
want
we
a
got.
spark?
Is that even legal here?
Storyteller, life 3 effect to get Kian completely awake and refreshed. Please and thank you.
Sure. How are you doing that? Are you?
She's gonna take a little bit of energy, the energy powder. She's gonna mix it up into water, sprinkle some life in there, and then have Kian drink it.
Sure. I would say that could be a life of. I would say that could be a coincidental effect. Sure.
Yeah.
So difficulty 6.
That's 4.
All right. You feel better, Keen.
Kian drink
Oh.
this.
Oh, what is this?
Just drink.
Okay. Just gotta down it.
It's the doctor's go juice.
Feel better.
Why does it taste like cotton candy?
It's whatever you enjoy most.
Interesting. All right.
Do you feel better though?
Yes.
More weight.
Oh, yes. Better. Let's go. Let's go
Okay.
before I
It
decide
won't
to do
wear for a while.
that. Is really good, but now my brain is thinking of 20 different things I could do. Let's focus on one.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you aren't falling asleep against a wheel when we're driving.
Oh no, I've got this. I mean, I came over. I just hung my hair out of the window. I had a nurse friend who
Okay.
used to do that.
To hang yourself out of the window?
You put your hair in the window and you roll the window up, and if you start to go to sleep, it'll pull your hair and wake you up.
Ow!
Looked up.
That sounds painful.
It worked. I didn't fall asleep.
Okay.
Ethan, you riding with me again?
Of course.
We're all going in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to get a bigger car. Might be time for a
Claudia will
minivan.
follow. Claudia will follow you in her bike.
Minivan.
Ew. What SUV?
I have an SUV.
So we go to the observatory.
Okay, so you all will drive together. I will not require drive rolls for this. I don't think you're doing anything special. After you've arrived at the observatory, how do you intend it to conduct this, let's say, survey of the properties?
Well, I mean, we can go through. Let's say we go through the whole building, like wait, no, we're going to the town hall, right?
No,
No, we're going to the
observatory
observatory.
My brain's getting mixed up.
You got this.
It's this apple cider. It must have been a little harder than I thought. It's not. I'm kidding.
But you did not share.
We'll FedEx it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no. So I mean, if I feel like at the observatory, we don't necessarily need to be stuck to each other. We could, go through the observatory or go around the observatory, examine it, take as many pictures as we need to, and that can kind of help inform us on what we need to do later as we're going over possible expenses and what we think the building should cost.
All right. So this is we'll do this as you all are attempting to do it. I will let each of you make a decision on how you are going to do this. And we'll start with Claudia. How are you going through the rounds here? What are you doing? How are you going about this? Are you taking pictures?
She's actually gonna go around and with the she will first like kind of film it and take pictures, but she's gonna use matter to look at the structural foundation of the building, look at the walls, look at what's going on, see if everything's sturdy, kind of get like that architectural feel for it.
Okay. So let's see. Do you have architecture as a knowledge or skill?
No, I just have matter.
You do not. Alright, that would be a bit more difficult, but I would say you do it with matter. You can determine how strong, how well the stone is doing. How are you doing it? What does it look like?
Oh God. Well, with the camera, it's more of she's flipping through the lenses, like infrared, cold and the cold and high infrared. She's looking for rust or deterioration. If she sees rust, she's gonna go in and kind of zoom the camera in to see just how bad that disintegration is. It's just trying to get the whole lay of the land and just using the camera to try and use that lens and the heightening and the different slides to try and discern all the information she can.
Okay. I'm gonna make a roll. It'll be coincidental effect, and it'll be a matter 1 effect.
Okay.
Okay. And
Diff
keep
is
track
6.
of difficulty is 4.
Oh, nice.
Keep track of the number of successes you get. Ethan, dear friend, what are you doing? How are you? What are you adding to this project?
Well, Ethan is definitely not an expert in architecture, but he's seen a building or two. I feel like he would probably want to go inside and try to uh, look over any like leftover instrumentation, any potential any like electronics or other things, just kind of going through and seeing what looks like it's salvageable and what looks like it's going to need to be completely gutted and thrown out.
Okay, you can roll. Let's see, perception and academics.
Okay.
Well, do you have academics?
I do not have academics.
That's
okay.
I think.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have academics. I have computer, cosmology, enigmas, esoterica, investigation would probably be the closest. Research technology, cult science.
Say this will fall under science. So you can
Okay.
roll perception and science at difficulty 6.
Okay.
Because engineering is technically a science, and so is geology.
Allegedly. The engineering part, not the geology part.
Sure. Someone really is really upset about that in the comment section. Keep track of your successes. And Kian, our friend, what are you doing? How are you adding to this?
Kian is going to take out like a small vial of like this clear liquid he carries, and he's gonna like draw a rune on his forehead with it to kind of like open his sight, and he's gonna use his entropy sight to see where the decay is in the building. Like, is the foundation decaying? Does the walls look like there's something here that is a little he's using his magic sight to see where, like, is the structure sound.
Sure. Roll difficulty 4. Or I say difficulty 4. And Claudia, how many successes did you get?
Okay, since you were having me roll, what I did was I'm taking a pill to help boost up my stamina. I rolled that to get a 3, boost my stamina to 5. From there, I did 5 rolls and I got 13.
Okay. Ethan, how many successes did you get?
Got 5.
Okay. Kian, how many successes did you get?
3.
Alright, so about 21 successes total. Okay. You all learn that overall the building is in a state of disrepair. It has not been maintained in almost 2 decades. So most of the metal is rusted or damaged. The stone is damaged in several places, though it could probably be salvaged with magic on your end. But it could definitely be replaced. Removing the graffiti is going to be difficult. The remaining bits of technology is gone. Nothing that would have been considered valuable is still remaining. Overall, the building itself is probably not worth much of anything. You did think, I would say you all figure out pretty quickly that it's the land that would be worth something. I would say you're at least vaguely aware that the building itself could have some historical purpose or historical meaning that could give it a value, but it is not. The building itself would most likely have been torn down if anybody intended to do anything with it.
Well, good news is we should just be paying for the land.
That is good news. I'm sure with a little elbow grease, we could probably retrofit this place. You know, little spit, little shine. It'll be good as new.
Well, that we can integrate plants and such in there because
Mm-hmm.
I have a green thumb. It helps with magical effects and whatnot.
Well, mine's not green, but it's pretty handy with the clippers.
And if we put a little bit into this, maybe that'll help with effects and such. Do you guys want to walk into the room?
Been avoiding
Yeah.
that place. But yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Staring at the hole.
Claudia will just carefully go to the doors and see if she can open them.
This time the doors open without issue, and you can all feel that the barrier between worlds is practically non-existent.
Okay, makes going on vacation easier.
Claudia goes around the room, like looks around the room and walks around the edges of the room, so she doesn't actually encounter or work with the portal itself, but kind of get a feel but what the rest of the room does. If there's books or shelves or drawers or whatever.
Most everything else in the room is gone. There is the separate tier where the telescope was, but you can see that the kind of skylight, the part that would kind of undo itself to reveal the night sky, is mostly damaged. There is some bit of foliage that's been kind of grown out over it now, and then there is the graffiti that's been kind of spread out in places.
What does the graffiti say?
Just different tags, I would say. I don't believe any of you have Streetwise, so you wouldn't really recognize any of them.
I got a 1 in Streetwise.
But you recognize some of the brighter stuff as being... It's not quite just people who are artistically tagging things. Street artists and things like that. No, the ones you recognize, you look like they're just street artists. You aren't sure how old they are. Just looking at it, all the paint in here has been faded over the years, so it's hard to pinpoint how old any one image is.
Well, what do you guys think?
I think that the city will probably be happy to get rid of this land. So I think we should probably be able to get a good deal on it. And I think with some of our special talents, it may make sprucing this up a little bit easier.
Ian, you're not smiling.
You know, this whole
What?
I'm not worried about like things going into it. It's things that are coming out of it. That's
No, I understand that, but we don't even know where it goes to.
that is very true.
And look, I am the adventurous sort that I would have jumped in there ages ago, but at the same time,
That's how you get eaten by things.
I know. And if I have the eventual backup power to do it, I will. I just,
Yeah. Well, overall, I like the property. I think it's a good property. I honestly think the city will part with it for at least not a pocket breaking amount, because again,
God,
there's not really anything around here. It's kind of just an abandoned property sitting by the lake. I mean, the lake front property is probably what's going to be the most.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
but
sure
if you
we
look
can
at
talk them down, right? And be like, well, the location is nice, but there's, either we have to tear the building down and that's a lot of money, or, we have to fix it and that's a lot of money. So
who's the best sweet talker among us?
probably me. Out of character, probably me.
I got nothing in empathy, so
I don't have empathy. I have expression, intimidation, and very high
Yeah.
charisma.
I have, in total, it'd be like 5 dice.
It's better than my 3.
If I just roll charisma, it's 5 dice.
Oh, good lord.
All right. I mean, I'm down for putting what we need to. If you guys are all done with it too.
I think this looks like a good project, and if we can secure it and build it up, it would be a fantastic place for us to operate out of.
So we're just gonna keep this door closed, right?
Until we
meantime.
can, yeah, that's a wonderful idea. Just keep
See,
it closed.
Until we learn how to use it better, right?
I mean, that's fair. And I don't have spirit, so I can't really just jump in and go, hello, Umbra, how are you? That's just a bad way to die.
I'm already 1 favor deep with
It's
Grandpa.
same.
We're not about to get up to 2. He would enjoy that too much.
Oh, I know. I gotta get a mentor at some point.
I believe
Well,
I remember watching a show about that one time. I think it was called Dumb Ways to Die.
What, getting a mentor?
No. Opening doors that you shouldn't be.
How do you find these things, Ethan?
I don't know.
Sometimes too much free time.
Wait, you have free time?
Now and then. Not often.
That's what the interns are for.
Is this how he steals my interns?
Probably.
God damn. Seriously.
Delegate.
Well, yeah, they're all delegating, but while they're delegating what I've delegated them to do, I'm doing something else. Hence why I turned around and made everything taste like raspberry for my raspberry stuff.
You should have made it taste like schnozberry.
There's no schnozberry naturally.
I mean,
I wasn't going to do artificial flavors yet.
Yeah, you got to get hooked on the normal stuff first.
Yes, exactly. Make it to 11. So it bursts in your mouth and not in your hands.
I will refrain.
Don't worry, I was waiting for it. Some, fourth wall party is going to say a comment on something. So this is
It's
fine.
okay. We're all adults here,
Sure, absolutely.
allegedly.
Always allegedly. All right. Do you all want to go? Do you all want to ride together so that we're kind of going together, or do you guys want to go separately again?
Well, we could go separately. The way your bike's not sitting here by itself.
Okay, valid.
I mean, there are people tagging the building. Not sure
True.
if they'd try and ride your bike or not.
Can't drive over on my bike if I've got the keys.
Let's just take it with us just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. So as you all make the decision to go and travel to City Hall, you all make your way inside. If you go through a metal detector where a security guard will pat you down. Any metal? Did any of you bring metal objects or dangerous objects with you?
They're
I don't
in
know
my bike.
I don't know about dangerous objects, but I mean, I probably have a variety. I mean, I have a variety of electronics that I'm always, on hand. So I'll probably make something beep.
I left the dagger in the car, but I'm pretty sure like he's got some like pens in his bag and stuff like that. His rings.
She just has the rings. That's it.
All right.
Nothing
So
dangerous.
With
then
our
you all
powers combined.
you all have all your things returned to you. And it does take you a bit of asking to find out where you all want to go. But you all are eventually led to the city manager's office, a man named Luke Cherry. And as you enter, you
Luke
see there is
Cherry?
Jerry with a G.
Luke Jerry. Got it. Okay, thank you.
And as you enter his office, there is a woman who looks maybe in her 40s with kind of thick, curly, auburn color hair, who is sitting at a desk. And as she looks at you as you enter, hello, do you have an appointment?
No. Do we need one?
Well, ordinarily, yes. What are you here for?
We were just wanting to inquire about a property. See how much it would cost.
Okay, which property?
I will dutifully give her the address.
And she kind of does clicking away on her keyboard, and she looks at you all a few times. Please take a seat. Can I have each of you roll me an appearance and either, as you could do either appearance and expression or style if you have it.
Ooh.
I got nothing.
Ooh. How?
Oh.
What's the difficulty?
6. This is to see if you look like the kind of people that would be able to buy land in a city.
2 successes.
2.
I only have 2 dice. I got 2.
Nice.
2.
I have
4.
successes.
She does get up from her desk, and you see her step into a room that has the door placard for Luke Jerry on it, and she's gone for maybe 10 minutes.
Kira got 5.
All fine.
Phoenix, are you here? You look like a child. I don't really think you get to roll this particular. You don't exactly look like someone buying land in the big city. But
that's
sure,
discrimination.
Is it? Children do not typically buy things. But technically, you could be, you're 18, I believe. So hey, sure. Fine,
I don't believe this ID does not look legitimate at all. I will not sell you alcohol.
Really good at real estate. Sure, it's whatever. It takes her about 10 minutes, and when she returns, she does. All right. Mr. Jerry has about 20 minutes to speak with you all. Please And she gestures for you to join her. And you all are led into his office. He has a kind of a thick wooden desk with a computer, as well as a few other things, including a picture of himself with a woman. He is a 5'9" man in basically a nice black suit, ginger hair, glasses, and he looks a bit tired as he's looking at you all. And he gestures for his assistant. Maribel, please close the door. Right. I'm told you all are interested in purchasing the Warner Observatory.
Yes, we were looking for a building for research purposes. Dr. Fountain Blue Drake and Ethan are both researchers.
Right. I do not doubt your credentials, but I'm sure you understand that land is a premium expense, and it would be unfortunate to give such a historical building away to individuals who do not intend to properly honor and respect its heritage. Would you mind telling me what groups and organizations you represent?
Claudia goes into the listing of the university she works for, the Mayo Clinic she works for, her farm and everything, her beauty brand, and she goes into what she would be utilizing it for the community, and proceeds and funds from research from that would go towards not only university but to Mayo Clinic and better help the community in fostering more gardens and community growth within the city.
Oh,
And then
so
Ethan's
you
going
all,
to chime in, and on top of all that, this building seems to have been sitting vacant and in severe disrepair for a number of decades, which I don't know, it seems to tell me that the city doesn't think too highly of its historic significance, letting it fall into disarray as such.
I see. Is it the university that's looking to acquire the building?
Out of character. It's just us, right? No university. No, this would be an independent research facility. We do have plans to first restore it to as close to historical as we could.
Yes, we have no plans. We don't want to tear it down. We want to build it back up, make it another beautiful feature on the lakefront. And possibly once it's in good enough condition, you can let people come and explore it, and possibly, restore tours and give astronomy lessons and all of the fun things that I'm sure used to be part and parcel of its existence.
What exactly do you intend to research?
And I feel like that should be partially obvious, but it is, after all, an observatory. Yes? Astronomy research. We plan to expand on the astronomy research as well, because there is additional space outside the building.
Since it's such
Well,
a focal point within the city, it helps me to know how to grow and have the agricultural with the astronomy as well as the weather. We can actually turn around and boost up some of the research for better crop yields.
okay. You all have made your various arguments. One of you may make a roll of charisma and expression at difficulty 6 to see how well the argument has settled in.
Okay.
Ethan, do you have any expression?
Yes.
Excellent. You've got the better dice.
What did you say the difficulty was?
6.
6. see here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Well, I am a patron of the arts, but it would be inappropriate for me not to look out for the city's best interest. I'm afraid I can't conduct any sales without at least some agreement that the workers and materials needed will be sourced from the city proper, not from outside of it. It would be potentially a boon for the city and the public to say that its once great historical landmark has been revitalized and is being used for the betterment of the city.
Well, of course, that only seems reasonable.
All right, we'll have a proper contract drawn up for you by the end of the week.
Splendid. I knew that you would be amicable to such a fantastic deal.
It is, you all are certainly a colorful group, not exactly who I would expect, but I suppose we all have our passions.
It's we noticed it while we were out and exploring the area and thought it is such a shame that this once historic landmark can no longer be enjoyed by the public. So
We have all lamented at the unfortunate situation. It is good to see that there are people who are willing to reinvest in the city. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I do have a meeting soon, so I'm going to have to cut our conversation short. Is there an address that I can have the contract sent to?
oh yes, of course. You can I'm sure Claudia doesn't want to give away her private place.
She'll
so-
give her public office
Oh, there you go. That works
at
too.
the university.
It will be sent there by the end of the week. I do thank you for your time. And he stands up to shake your hands and to gently but firmly guide you to the door.
Oh, Claudia doesn't linger.
Thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate you seeing us on such short notice.
And as you all are exiting, you do see a man in a very well-pressed black suit with what looks to be black and, well, black suit with what looks to be white kind of symbols spread across it enter. And he is currently having a conversation with the assistant, and who is smiling, and they're laughing, and you hear the end of their conversation. Yes. Well, with any luck, we will have the first proper steel mills up within a fortnight, and from there, the city should experience a brand new rebirth. And the man turns and looks towards the four of you. Oh, you must be the individuals Maybell here was telling me about. It is good to make your acquaintance. My name is Ethan Brooks. He will offer a hand to you all.
Well, hello. My name, too, is Ethan. It's nice to meet a fellow Ethan.
Can I have each of you make me a perception and awareness roll, please? A difficulty 9.
Ooh.
Why would you do that, Ree? Perception and awareness. That's deeply unpleasant.
Instinctive is applied.
It
You get
is.
1 success.
One
Same.
success.
That's a
Can
good dice
anybody
roll
do
too.
better than 1?
I got a 3, baby, and I've got a crit because it's 3 zeros, and I use my instinctive crit me.
That would be
Crit my
6
pants.
successes If you got 3 tens,
Yes,
then you
3
have a
10s.
specialty.
Fine.
Yeah,
That
so that'd be
works.
6 successes.
Oh, and I got a
Uh,
9. So that's 7 successes.
7 successes. Okay.
Got it.
You
Just-
see when he touches Ethan's hand, a symbol on the inside of his suit brightens a dark red color. And for just a moment, he hesitates. The kind of charming flow of his words is interrupted before he turns towards Phoenix. It's good to meet the 4 of you, but although I would love to see if there's a collaboration available for us, I am a bit of a passing hobbyist when it comes to the stars. I find, like our ancestors, there are many mysteries that we can gain by peering up at what is above us. Well, please forgive me, I must continue on to meet. I do hope you'll have the opportunity to meet again. And he does step beyond the 4 of you and into Jerry's office.
That's funny.
Not
What's
suspicious
funny?
at all.
You know what? Let's go. Yeah, let's go back, and I'm going to tell you a story.
Ooh, I like stories.
I know you do.
Is it about a bridge?
No, it's about a man.
Does he live
But-
under the bridge?
More later.
What is
Okay.
it with you and bridges?
I don't know.
I don't know anymore. Let's just go to my farm.
You could use some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Should-
Yeah,
should-
absolutely.
Should we get dinner?
I'll cook dinner. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Well, let me help then. It's weird to sit there and at least let me like cut a vegetable or something.
Fine, you can make the salad if you absolutely have to. Let's just
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
go.
Wait for
I
us
can
to
call
get
my
back.
mom as well.
And I'm waiting for Dr. Claudia to hand her like 1 carrot. Here you go. Cut the vegetable.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not wrong. No, Claudia's just like trying to get them out of the hall and back to the farm because yeah, that was creepy. That was hella creepy. Yeah, I don't know how the traffic is, Ray, but how quickly do we get back to the farm?
I would say if you are pushing it, you can get back within half an hour.
Oh, we're pushing hard.
Push it real good.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
will assume you all are attempting to avoid being arrested or being pulled over, to be exact.
We're not speeding. We're just going the occasional 5 miles over, which is a laudable.
We're moving with
We're-
a sense of urgency.
We're going with the flow of traffic.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, you all managed to tempt fate just enough to be able to arrive at Miss Fountain Blue Drake's home unaccosted.
Yeah, she'll just get off the bike and she'll wait for you to park, and she'll kind of just start walking into kind of like the fields for a moment because she really needs to start. As much as she wants to touch grass, she's starting to touch the lavender just to calm herself down.
Kian spending a few moments to text his mom what happened in his dreams because he's like, "Mommy, I might need some help."
All right. Your message is sent.
So the inside of that dude's coat flared up with a symbol in
Oh,
dark red when he went to touch you, Ethan.
what kind of symbol?
Storyteller, do I remember what the symbol is?
You remember what it looks like? Roll me intelligence and esoterica to know if you recognize
Don't have
it.
esoterica. I have occult.
Well, You can roll with a cult, but it'd be harder.
That's fine. Intelligence and occult.
Yep, difficulty 8.
Could I have detected his aura by chance?
I will ask you a question, Phoenix, since you were not here. Did you accept the handshake? The Phoenix. I think I said either.
Would it have been after or before? It would have depended upon when the handshake would have took place. If it would have happened after we saw the red line light up, no. If it was before, yes.
Only Claudia noticed that, so you would have.
Oh.
You would not have. Yes, I don't. You can make me a perception and awareness roll as well at difficulty 9 to see if you would have noticed.
I had
as well.
5 successes with 2 crits.
Oh, on the okay, then yes, you would have noticed it, and so I would say it is up to you if you would have accepted shook his hand.
No, I would just say, my hands is dirty. Sorry, I probably would do like the elbow.
Okay. All right. You did not see an aura on him. He looked. Let me rephrase it. The aura you saw would have been normal. It would have just been calm, reassuring, almost arrogant, but still very much human.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And what was the role we were saying to roll? Intelligence and what?
Esoterica.
Oh, okay.
Or occult, but at a higher difficulty.
That was a 1.
All right. 1 second. Let me take a look.
And she'll pull out a notebook and a pen, and she'll start writing down she'll write down the symbol.
From what you were able to see, it looks a bit like a black diamond to you, but not quite black, but like a symbol representing the absence of light. From what you've seen, you would have ran across it in some more esoteric occult tomes back in your sorcerer days. You know that it means lack of light.
And what's the difficulty?
If you're using esoterica, 7.
Mm-hmm.
If you are using occult, different, it'd be different.
Yes, I have esoterica 2 dots. Perfect.
So she would tell them what she knows of that symbol, and she'd show the symbol that she just drew.
Fortunately, I have 3 dice in intelligence instead of 4 because I rolled 3 zeros and a 9. So that would have been a 4 success.
4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize it as a symbol for the Dark Star. It is a symbol that you would have learned from your sister. It is somewhat common for certain Nephandic people, Nephandic magicians to use. It doesn't mean darkness. It means the antithesis of light, which is very different to you. It is in a way the opposite of what you are as a mage, where you desire to ascend. That symbol represents descension.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Phoenix will definitely provide that intel to the group. Yeah, he's no good.
Yeah, that's why it's red. That's a red coloring and whatnot. Red means stop, not go.
Storyteller, isn't the Order of the Hermes one of their primary colors is red? Right? Isn't it red? I think.
In some cases, red, as it represents passion and fire, yes, but it is not a specific thing that belongs to the Order of Hermes.
Gotcha. Because I remember the guy who rescued me came by with a black and red suit, so I was just like, ooh, interesting. Yeah, Phoenix was looking like, oh, really? Interesting. Is that common?
Do you go on red when you drive?
But no, but I mean, so okay, so what if the people at the Order of Hermes who came by, he had a black and red suit, so that's why I was like, oh.
Body is trying to to bite her tongue gently.
But
She wants to yell out common sense, but that's okay. She's
besides, his name was the same one the Technocracy gave us the other day.
yeah. We're not building bridges with this person. I'm telling you now. No. I know you want to be friends with everyone. I understand. But this is Claudia telling you no. Because apparently nobody else tells you no. This is a bad thing.
I mean, people tell me no all the time, but I mean, yeah, I mean, he, based upon what he is, yeah, that's yeah, I could definitely thought that there'd be no bridges involved in that circumstance. Well, it's okay. It's okay.
No.
Not unless we can send them
but
off
not him.
the bridge.
Yeah, not him. He's too far gone.
There's like Technocracy, you don't build a bridge. Nefanda, you don't build a bridge. Do you know what Marauders? Those are not bridge builders either.
Storytellers, is there any history aspects of characters being brought back from the brink that I would be aware of, or are they normally like once they're gone, they're gone?
You all, I would say, as mages, have heard stories. Just like you've heard stories of people who've been saved from being Nefandi. Legends of people who have gone mad but were worked back to rationality by things like true love, passion, friendship. But you never met anyone. You never met anyone who's done it or met someone who's done it. But you've heard stories.
So the naive flaw is going to come in strong here and say, I think it's possible. We just have to, at least offer them the opportunity. I just don't think we should just like cut them out entirely. Maybe give them a chance to see better ways.
Kia just holds up his hand and makes a motion with a scissor like he's snipping a string real quick.
That's another option. That's definitely another option.
Well,
Forgive me for being the pragmatist, the realist, but no.
Well, even if we're not going to be friends, he at least seems like a noteworthy individual who is tying themselves into industry in the city, so they're at least worth keeping an eye on. We might even be worth passing along to some of our colleagues who may be interested or more capable of going after such an individual.
What colleagues?
Non-Nephandic mages.
Let's just say, based upon what was told earlier, I could definitely scrape by some individuals who would be interested in the pursuit of this guy.
So what do you guys want? Turkey or ham for dinner?
Ooh.
Oh.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, what it ham? I can see with that pause.
I wanted the chicken, but I'll take the turkey.
I mean, I can make chicken if you want.
No. Ethan wants turkey. We could do turkey.
Oh wait, we're all going on with Ethan. Okay.
But I'm just going with one meal is easier to prep than like 3. Unless you're making sandwiches.
I mean, we can make sandwiches too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I've got salad dressing already done.
Mm-hmm.
And potato salad.
Can be both.
Sandwiches be nice. Little picnic.
Sure.
Maybe we can go sit outside if it's nice.
It's nice. Is it nice, storyteller?
It's overcast. It's a little chilly.
Stay in.
Sure.
Well, it's not raining, so that means yes, it's nice.
Okay. I'll go grab the blankets. So Claudia will go inside, grab blankets, make a charcuterie board of fixings. And then bring them out to the side of the house so we can sit down and eat dinner outside. She will bring lemonade too.
Have I gotten any text messages back yet?
No.
All right. So he's trying to chump up this whole observatory thing. What was that whole bullshit about us making sure it was for the public?
I think Ree was just ad-libbing.
Gatekeeping?
Oh no, he wanted us to make sure we open it up to the public at some point. At least that's what I was getting with his tra la 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 la.
Well, that was why he wants us to use city contractors.
Yeah,
too,
he can.
right?
Yeah, well, once we own the land, he can go suck a toe for all I care.
Well, it'll probably be something in the contract, right?
I don't know. That's why we need a lawyer to look it over. Never sign a contract without a lawyer looking it over.
Exactly.
Well, a lawyer you trust.
Yeah, well, if you give him money, you should trust him at least, you hope.
You hire someone you don't trust. That'd be horrible.
Well, if you do exchange coin and they falsify or do things for fraud, you can sue them as well. Have you ever dealt with a lawyer?
As long as you find out about it in time.
My one brother's a
Sometimes I think
solicitor.
sometimes it could go on for decades, and then the best you can hope is they go to jail and you're still stuck with the bill.
Okay, so who has lawyers in the family? You've got a solicitor as a brother.
I mean, he's able to practice law in Ireland.
Yeah, but is he able to read a contract?
I probably could get him to read the contract. I mean, I don't know if he'd be able to like differentiate it between like American law, but I could send it over to him to glance it over.
That I'm gonna have to hire a lawyer. I don't mind doing it. I have no problem. It's just they cost a little bit of money at times.
I'll pester Liam and see if he'll do it.
Once I get the paperwork, I'll make sure I give it to you, and then I'll start reading it over with legal books and seeing what I can figure out. If they don't put certain things in the contract, then we're not bound by it.
So what should we be looking out for?
In the contract?
Like
anything that says that public domain or things that will turn it over to the public, anything that deals with, we have to deal with city contractors, anything that's going to inhibit us from doing things as we wish it to do.
Oh. Like a
rules and
reservation.
regulations.
Like a reservation.
No, that we're buying the property. We're not leasing the property.
Oh.
Which one means we own it.
We still want to be careful about not making unnecessary enemies. Could just wind up making our lives at the new property much more difficult.
Well, I also want to make sure that if we're busting our asses to make sure that we clean this place up and that we can actually travel to and from the node, I don't want Sally and Joe Whitebread wandering through and then falling into, the hole in the room, and then their mom and dad saying that we did something to their kid and eat them for lunch. Look, I might be a witch, but I'm not that witch. I don't eat kids. They're not developed enough and they're very chewy.
Ever
I like
since
the
Hansel
crunch.
and Gretel, never again.
I know, right? It took one damn witch.
Pretty 90% sure that was not a witch, but okay.
I mean, it could have been something else. I don't know. They blamed it on us.
Pretty
Look,
sure it probably was a hag.
That's fair, but I mean, kids don't taste good. Not even if you're dunking them in ketchup.
Ethan, your phone rings.
Yes?
Hello, Ethan, sir, Mr. Ethan. Are you busy?
I'm in the middle of dinner. What's going on?
Right. Well, I was driving my cousin back home, and we passed through Quaker, Ohio, or Quaker City. I think that's what it's called. It was always under the impression that the Quakers were a group of people, not a location. Anyway, we came across a diner ran by a woman, a Miss Doherty. Doherty. Regardless, something, I believe there's something strange about her. I've spoken with some of the locals who've been going, and they find she's creepy, to use the common parlance. I think there may be something going on with her. I'm going to stay here a bit longer to look into just what's going on with her. Is that all right? Do you need me to return post haste?
What makes you think that there's something strange going on with her? Is it just a vibe? Is it the townspeople caught your ear and said, "Ooh, that strange old lady. She's a weird one."
Partially, of course. They were very insistent, but I also did the thing you showed me with entropy and all that, and it was very strange. There's something wrong here. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure how important it is, but I did the test twice, and it showed similar results each time. So I feel it would be remiss of me not to at least look into it for a time.
The thing I showed you with entropy, I have no expertise in entropy. Who were you talking to about entropy? Was it Cian?
Oh, perhaps it was the book.
The
I
book?
recall there was a book that I got from the businessman a few years ago, right before I became your apprentice, and it mentioned fate, and I attempted to use it for gambling for a bit, and it was rather effective. But regardless, it is not. It is usually correct, except that at one time I lost a few $1,000s in poker, but not. But other than that, it's usually pretty effective.
Well, you know what they say about the house, always winning. Uh, if you feel it warrants your time and your energy, then by all means, go ahead and investigate it. See what you find, but do be careful. I would appreciate it if you came back in one piece, without more problems than you left with.
Oh, Haffel is my middle name. I assure you, it will be simple enough. I will take all of the steps and be with you post haste.
Poppycock, your middle name is Cornelius, not careful. Don't fool a fooler.
It's also true, but I assure you it will be fine either way.
Indeed. All right. Well, I look forward to hearing back from you. Make sure to check in if you find anything interesting. And if it seems like things may be getting dangerous, just remember it's okay to pull back, and perhaps we'll workshop it.
Of course.
Well, very good. Enjoy your investigation. I hope it turns out well, and I hope to see you in the near future, alive.
Of course. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Great.
Who was that?
I have a apprentice who is a very busy, let's say. He
Who
seems
gives
to.
a kid the middle name of Cornelius?
You'd have to take it up with his parents. I don't know.
Isn't it like a dead name, mostly like Latin?
Yes, his parents apparently have a sense of humor, or not. pick your poison.
Wow.
I'm sure he had a fun time in school.
How to torture your kid 101. Give him a weird ass name. I speak, I know. Fountain Blue Drake. Trying to say, have that roll off the tongue.
And while our cabal processes what they've learned, I think now would be a great time for us to take a break for the evening. So we will be back in about 13 minutes, at 45 after, and I hope to see you then.
Cornelius.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Mage the Ascension campaign, where I have the privilege and the honor to guide these people through a story. Speaking of which, the four of you have just learned some new information. Received word on a contract, and Ethan has received a request and word from his apprentice. So with that information refreshed in your minds, I hand the narrative over to the four of you. What would you like to do?
Well, Ethan's not really thinking too much about anything to do with his apprentice other than going, oh, God. I hope he doesn't get himself into too much trouble.
It's an apprentice. What did you expect?
Not much.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least we're all on the it's not going to go spectacularly well. And we may have to bail him out at some point. Well, at least we're all on the same level, on the same page. So do we want to go and see if we kind of assess how much it's going to cost to start fixing this thing up if we accept the contract?
Sure. Yeah. Maybe we can. I mean, why? Would Claudia have any idea about that based off of the, assessment that?
Oh yeah, because you have your own farm, your own land built out, and all that stuff. So you've done all this already.
Theory. I just don't know. Storyteller, do I have the knowledge and capabilities to understand what is going to entail in all of this? Poor Hevor.
You have the capabilities to do a great many things. However, you do
I
not
love how it's
have
phrased.
an innate knowledge of the cost of stone, building materials, and as stated in the verbal agreement, you would need to do all your purchasing from Cleveland-based industries. So that may also control the prices or inflate the prices. So it is difficult to know. I would say you all can conduct some research to see if you can put together an approximate price.
Shadowcatting.
She is bullying me. Oh, you realized. Hold on. I have to appease her. Continue on.
The cat appeasement now continues.
You can make let's see, you can make an intelligence in finance roll or an intelligence in research roll. The research roll would be a little bit more difficult than the finance roll.
How about investigation?
I was going to say, could also, Ethan make the roll or assist if Claudia provided him with the information?
Claudia will give him his laptop and say, here's all the local people we have that's in Cleveland. I don't have either one of those stats, so that's why it's like.
If you make the roll with finance, it's difficulty 6. If you make it with research, it's difficulty 7.
So is finance one of those second
The separate
talents?
thing. It's not on the normal character.
I was like, where is that at? I was like, oh, I don't. Okay, what those? Okay,
Giving
I do
opportunity for the diverse amount of abilities.
Well,
none of us have.
No, it's okay. Ethan doesn't mind researching this. It's definitely something that would be right up his alley. And if Claudia is giving him the information, then we can sit down at a laptop while we're eating and just be like, bloop, 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 time to get to work. Let's see what we can put together. No time like the present.
I do have
All
research.
Right. Make your roll.
What's the difficulty?
I got it here.
6
got it?
if
Okay.
you
You said
use
7, right?
finance, 7 if you use research.
Okay.
That's the wrong dice.
Do you get an automatic? Well, I don't. I hadn't right. You don't. You have to buy the specialties. You don't get one when you reach like 4 points, right?
When you reach 4 in a thing, you get a specialty.
Okay. Well, I haven't picked one yet, so it doesn't. It doesn't count right now. Because I just had 2 10s, so I was curious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, nice.
6. And which one did you roll? Finance or research?
Research. Yeah. So
All right.
that was 6 at 7 or above.
All right. Phoenix, did you roll?
3.
Okay. We'll say it takes you about an hour to go and compare different sources within the city. If you take into account how much it would cost to either tear down or to try and repair the materials, and you're looking at probably $250,000 to $700,000 to rebuild the building as it was previously, but with better materials.
How many dots for research? How does that translate?
Roughly, if you have, I don't believe none of you have 4 dots of resources.
Yeah.
So it would tie. Yes, well, unfortunately, you cannot buy things with money you will have. That is how you get until you fall to a recession.
Technically, the family support does allow the option of the family to donate funds. So because they're rich. So I can definitely ask, like, hey,
It's entirely up to you all. I would say if you do not have at least 4 dots of resources, you will need to source 4 dots collectively, and you will not get those back until the end of the story, which in this case would be a season.
We'd all be down to 2 if we were to do that route.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess Ethan persists that.
Yeah.
Oh, we were working together, but I guess.
Yeah.
And that does not take into account the amount of the land purchase that you will be making once the contract is sent over. Just to be clear.
So, which is okay because we don't need 250,000. Immediately after we purchase the place, because that's not how that works. unless you're talking about the cost of the land, you need the cost of the land unless you're getting some kind of loan.
Land price you would pay immediately. The rest you would pay as work is done. Yeah. So it is a decision.
Yeah, we just budget.
Yeah. Okay, that's why we're working on improving our finances, so make this endeavor easier. Or perhaps Claudia's matter expertise will help reduce the cost drastically.
Yeah, let me work on transmutation. Give me a minute. It'll take me longer than a minute. And Claudia will be writing down all the figures and everything that you guys give, so that she can start going, okay, I know I have to research all of this and start budgeting, and she'll start moving to, once I get finances, I'll be able to start doing the budgeting and such, because I can't do that without finances yet. Skill will be taking tune.
I'll be honest.
Expensive.
This is one of my first times doing like a big adult thing, like buying land. Like I never thought I would be doing something like this. I'll just be frank. My money comes from my family. That's so they give me cash. So I can always ask for more if we think we need more, because they just give me it.
You don't have a job?
No.
Yeah, I'd suggest you get one. We're not going to rely on your family. We're relying on you. You're a part of this cabal, not your family. Do you see any of your family here?
Yes, it is a solid point.
Thank you.
And I completely understand where you're coming from.
Do you?
Yes. It's just that there are things that I can't say that makes it very difficult for me to have a job. But you have to trust me. Like I really would. But that kind of puts me out in the open, and I shouldn't be out in the open
And yet you're sitting here on my land, out in the open.
with you all, because you all are
You
similar.
do, but you're out in the open.
Yes, I mean, I he gets the warning signs of his siblings' voice, and he's like, I trust.
I'm gonna be as nice as possible on this, and believe me, with no empathy, I'm being nice. You're here in this cabal with us, not your family. You need to provide funds, like we're providing funds.
Yeah, I will.
You could be the special snowflake. That's fine. I am too. We all are. That's good. I'm happy. But you have to find a way to contribute because I'm going to be honest, your family's not going to be here forever. But it's going to happen when they're all gone.
Not to be all gone. What?
And besides, if he doesn't have any credit, we can't put him on any of the paperwork anyhow.
Oh, so he won't own any of it. So it's just the three of us.
No, I can put my name on it. That's how I start. I still get
No,
fun.
you have to have credit. We're putting our credit on the line. We're putting our money on the line. We're putting equity up. How do you think I bought this land? From equity and my credit score.
Yeah, because they're gonna do a credit
What's your
check.
credit score? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm 18. I mean, well, they do have the credit cards they try to give at college school, but I haven't even started college yet. So, I mean, I was going to worry about that later. But I do have a lot of funds saved up. It's not like I don't have funds. It's just
it's.
So what do you? I know you don't work, Phoenix, but what would you consider to be your expertise? What are you good at? What are you interested in?
Oh wow, 3 people ask me that. I like studying. I like art. I like more study. I could do a lot of things actually. I have to be very cautious in where I do them.
So the Order of Hermes couldn't find you like a job with one of their people?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I can work with them if they have a job and they could. And I can still be in the circle of mages. I don't have to worry about any seat. Okay.
Perhaps, yes, and if they come up short, maybe Cian can find something for you to do around the office. I'm sure there are some things that you would excel at, given the opportunity, a little time, a little energy.
Ethan,
Hmm?
Ethan, all the extra tasks are taken up by all of the interns you stole.
Yeah. Thank you. Remember that?
Well, they're gonna advance eventually, possibly.
Yeah. What in 4 years? That's
Well,
why I get freshmen.
Work hard and believe in yourself.
I did. What do you think I got myself to?
Exactly. See, we're a good example for all the unpaid interns out there.
Yes, but at least I pay my interns.
I mean, they get paid.
Yeah, I thought you said you don't get paid.
Experience.
That's what you said last time.
No, I actually give my interns a stipend, as well as I turn around and make sure that they get the proper amount of credits in their independent studies. It's not a huge stipend, but it's a stipend.
I remember that part. You told me about the independent studies because you need that for certain jobs, but I didn't know you. That's nice.
The ones that work out well, cut above the rest, they become full employees. They get a stake in the company. It's a good deal.
I
But-
don't give a mistake in the company, but they do get a job to launch off and then
Mhm.
find a better job afterwards.
It's a small stake. It's not very big. But it's something, makes them feel special.
I mean, in theory, we're all special.
Some more special than others. Our friend Phoenix
Anyhow.
here.
Anyhow, they are going to be turning around and pulling our credit and check our equity for this. So
Okay.
we're going to have to look, see what we can pony up on that. I don't know what they're going to do with you, my guy. You need to start getting some credit, my dude. That and a job. So if the Order of Hermes can get you a job and start helping you with credit, that would be a plus.
I'm certain they could do that. I mean, we've done so many things of magical occurrence. Having a job and establishing credit, that, in fact, that probably could be done magically.
No.
Well,
What?
you might want to be
Yeah.
careful too much about fooling around with magic and money.
Mhm.
There may be some people who take issue with
Then the
that.
technocracy will definitely be on your ass to tax evasion.
And the IRS.
Oh God, they're even worse.
Oh, okay. So that's not normal. People don't like use magic, like, because I don't have entropy or stuff like that. They don't use that to like make money and stuff.
I mean, people
Oh.
try to sometimes, but most of them fail horribly.
The
And-
repercussions and the paradox are even worse.
Good to know. As you can tell, that is not my area of expertise. So, thank you.
What
for that
is your area of expertise? I'm utterly curious about this now.
spirit
And
forces? That's
okay,
I'm
what
Hermes.
do you do specifically with that?
I try to defend myself and keep myself safe.
From
People that don't like people like us.
so the
You know,
technocracy.
I just
And
had
That
an
and the hunters.
amazing. Oh yes,
And more.
amazing idea, Sian. Amazing
No.
idea.
I still
No,
remember
no.
the hamster wheel.
That was
It's
fast.
it's okay. It's okay. It's a great idea. I know how we can utilize Phoenix. And Phoenix's unique set of skills.
If it involves
Oh.
the hamster wheel, no.
No, nothing so pedestrian.
I mean, think about it. Forces, or is it a windmill?
I'm
No,
still
I was
traumatized by
thinking
the last
more
time you-
Phoenix's spirit expertise. As as the business is, new age supplements and health. What else are people who are interested in new age types of things? Usually particularly mediums contacting old dead relatives, that sort of thing. Perhaps that's something we could investigate, into getting going.
So
We
wait,
could
we're
have-
gonna make Phoenix Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. Girl, you in danger.
Ethan. I mean, you can, but I don't know how well of a business model that's going to be, given how niche people it is who actually believe that a spirit is talking back to them.
This is true.
That is why I can pass off most of my magic as coincidental, because people believe I'm just blowing smoke up their ass.
That tarot is, no offense,
The cards
done
are
all
tricky.
the time. Yeah.
It's certainly an option we can explore, but I'm just saying it's. I vote Order of Hermes first because they have their hands into a lot of pies, might be able to find something research related.
Sure. It was just when he mentioned the spiritual expertise, I was just thinking of all the little shops, with the medium, fortune teller, those types of things.
And then you'd
And-
want to build a rig on the table so that we can make the table move and shake when spirits are around.
Well, that is one way of doing it. Perhaps. But
Why I
No.
stick to cards? It's easier to just pull something.
Easier pull the sly out of your ass and the truth out of your lips.
Kian's
Am
gonna
I
take his
wrong?
cards, shuffle them, and just pull one at random to see what pulls up.
Are you trying to use magic or are you just drawing a card?
Yeah, he's trying to use a little bit of magic for his cards.
what are you
What
trying
is-
to determine through this magic?
He is trying to determine how successful this mediumship
Like whether this is a
part
good
of the
idea or
business
not?
is going to be. Is this a good idea financially? Is this viable? Does the universe agree with this?
Oh, yes, Ian. Good idea.
House in
Consult the
flames. Why do I see the
cards.
tower?
Consult the cards. That's a good idea. We should check that before we dive into any rash decisions. Sometimes I get a little excited.
You excited? I would have never known.
I had to talk
Roll
about.
Roll your Arcane difficulty 5.
Okay.
Me believe in the heart of the cards.
2 successes.
You draw the magician. Right side up.
New beginnings. He'll turn it around. Hey, it's not the
God, I
tower.
can't-
We're not in
Right,
trouble
I need
yet.
some whiskey.
This is a fortuitous omen.
A bad
Oh.
idea.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, at least we've got a place that we can draw from. That's the big part. And once we get the land and once we can get it reworked, we just have to figure out how to plug that fucking hole.
Oh
Just
yeah.
shut the door until we can figure that out.
Yeah.
With all of that energy, we can. Oh, just think of all the things we could do.
Well, we have to figure out where it's going to as well.
Where's
Hey.
what?
'Cause I'm
Where's,
not
where's
jump.
what?
What?
Where's what going to?
The
hole.
the big hole
Oh.
into the Umbra.
I'm not gonna jump into that. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Hey, Ethan, when's your apprentice coming back?
I can take a look. That's
that
Well-
was to be determined.
I can always investigate because I can always go right back.
You can go in the hole without a problem.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Wait. Right now?
No,
Okay.
Whenever.
it's
I
dinner
said
time.
whenever. I'm not saying this second. Whenever. I mean, she's making her sandwich. She's eating as we're talking.
Okay.
Ethan's eating something else. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be a long drive back there anyway right now. So good.
You're welcome.
You are great.
I mean, thanks. I do it all the time, especially when harvest season comes. That's when we get the big tables out.
Should open a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Be amazing.
I was thinking
Oh.
the same thing. Like you
Well,
talking
by-
about another source of income. That's a nice one right there.
Well, I have my herbal essences and my makeup line, and then I sell essential oils. I have a shop down the way. You pass it every time you come up here.
You ever thought about
We're-
like putting like a juice shop right outside of it or something?
Oh, good God, no.
No Jamba Juice.
Ew.
What's wrong with Jamba Juice?
Ugh.
Oh, okay.
Have
Never
all those
mind.
teenagers hang around and never leave? Are you kidding?
and you just like that would just be like last year. Okay.
Look, I understand about community and stuff, and that's great. That's the stuff that you want not on your property, because in my experience, you give an inch, they take a mile, because they realize, oh, we can do what we want to, even though this is what they think is public domain when it's really private property, and they kind of trash it. And then
Oh,
you've
no.
got to repair it.
No consideration? Oh, that's horrible.
Being you have a very sheltered life, I don't think you understand the teenagers today. So therefore, yes, they have no consideration mostly.
Okay.
It's an odd way of being, but that's how they are at times. I try to keep things adult here because sometimes adult conversations come up, and if anyone under the age of certain things and they hear or around that certain conversation, that's a bad thing legally.
Oh yeah, that could be a problem. Okay.
Mhm.
So no Jamba Juice. What's the adult version of a Jamba Juice?
A bar.
Oh yeah, that's that's adult.
Which I do happen to sell wine and ciders.
Perfect. I mean, I wouldn't be able to.
You can't have any. You're underneath
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
You have Jamba Juice and you have adult juice. You know?
You can do both.
No, you can't actually, because that's the legality of learning how to card people. And I would like to keep my businesses open and not be arrested for giving minors alcohol.
Ooh, that's complicated.
No,
Or the
it's
law
just
gets
you
involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
People go to
separate
jail.
the two.
They don't consider that to be a minor offense.
Put on shh.
Oh, I get it. Oh wow, that's pretty smart.
So yeah, now yeah, there's certain things. There's a certain reason why I do things. Especially when it comes to that and a whole bunch of stuff. But the alcohol's always good.
You might say it takes the edge off.
You're not wrong. Especially with the stuff that I make around here. I mean, it's really infused with a lot of great stuff. Wine
Sure is.
infused with apple and pears and blueberries. It's all natural. Still can't have any. You're too young.
Sounds extraordinary.
I know. Here, what's your favorite flavor? What's your favorite fruit, Ethan?
Surprise me.
No, I asked you. What's your favorite fruit?
Let's go with apples.
Okay. She'll go into the house, come back with 3 glasses, pop a wine, put it into 3 glasses. Ethan, Kian, and herself get it. Again, under the age of 21, we do not do such bad things. And she'll go, try it. No, you're supposed to swallow it. Yeah. Good.
Oh yeah, I got a vanilla flaw. There's no way he's even tempted to try it. Okay, yeah, he's just looking.
Oh, so good.
It's not that bad, Ethan. It's pretty tame. You can have just a sip. I know you don't drink, but it's a sip. And she'll just put the bottle on Ethan's lap.
I see. Oh, there you go.
He
Got
will
it.
take like the tiniest of sips.
And it's a mellow kind of mead with an apple cider kind of refreshing aftertaste.
Do you not like the taste of alcohol? Or you seem
No,
very
I
bothered by
just don't drink. Here, Ethan, take it.
No, Claudia will take it and down it.
Ethan's like,
I
You
can't
get the
drink. I
bottle.
just don't want to drink.
No, that's fair. That's why I give you a taste. I don't want to completely, But yeah. I mean, I sell all of that. I'm trying to boost up several different marketing plans to boost up the business. So that should help, at least I hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Not unless you're going to push it.
I mean, this could probably be I'm sure I could find a way to market this as some sort of divine health enhancing.
No, you don't. You just
substance.
tell your friends this is the best wine ever. Please go buy a bottle.
I mean, that is one way of doing it, yes.
Holidays are coming. You have a free sample.
True. It's true.
I beg of you not to experiment on this with the interns.
No, you can't because the interns are underneath the age of 21.
Yes, against the law.
Oh, thank heavens.
And I don't want to get in trouble. Ethan, the hamsters are circling around in your head.
Not going to put my poor interns at risk, you know. Besides, you wouldn't be getting in trouble. I'd be the one to get in trouble if I did that.
True, but you know how lawyers are, and I don't want to go through another deposition.
Of course not. I don't want to get into that terrible business with coterie mates of all people. Wait.
Cabal, you mean?
Ethan's been replaced.
I mean, my true self has been revealed. Sorry.
Get the stakes.
Go get this thing.
Actually, Tremere, I apologize.
It's even worse.
Be aware, demon! Oh my god! Gracious, like
We're a really thick sunblock when we go out during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to head home and do some studying on the best approach for entering the place tomorrow, and I'll let you know what I find.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Good night, everyone. It was fun. Bye.
Good night, Phoenix.
Go home
Night.
and sleep.
And
Do you want something for that?
Yes, please.
Claudia will go in and get some tea, then make sure it infuses to sleep to give it to Kian.
And as our cabal spends their time doing whatever it is that they decide to do, I think that will be the point where we wrap up our adventure for the evening. I do hope you enjoyed your story. It was certainly something. They are very, very unique mages, but they're doing their thing. So, it's all we can say. That being said, if you would like to see more World of Darkness, you can go and check out the Mixstabber Studios. I believe on Wednesday they are doing a Demon the Fallen, where they are playing through the end times in Los Angeles. I heard Lucifer the Morningstar had been seen, and there are apparently some very sus acting members of various houses, so you definitely go check that out, because I hear they get up to some unique things. After that, I believe Friday, they continue with Queen's Gambit, and I think it's either the Wolves or the Wraiths.
Wraiths finished last week. It's werewolves this week.
So go and check that out to see how werewolves deal with their problems. I assure you they will not be dealing with the drinking ages. That is not a problem that they typically
No, they're
have.
stuck in the ember right now. It's fine.
So you can go and check that
Drinking
out.
souls right now.
I hope they are doing that. That's really more of a Black Spiral thing. But if you want to see vampire stuff, you can check out Saturday, where I get to play as a Clan La Sombra primogen, the first primogen of Clan La Sombra, as we are trying to change the lore of Chicago. Really, we've already done quite a lot. Still check out all of that, and then again on Tuesday we'll be right back here to begin the wrap up of Arcane Veil Season 1. So if you want to see just how this story ends, you have to come and check out for the next 2 episodes after this one. So it's almost over. From the 4 of you, let's go ahead and just let you all tell people where you can find you, and we'll go ahead and start with Ethan here.
Well, you can find me right here. Ree's channel is pretty much the only place that I'm active. I don't do a whole lot on social media at the moment. Plan to change that in the future, but for now, just keep coming back here for all of the fun antics that myself and the others get up to.
It is certainly fun for someone. Kian, your turn.
Hi, I'm Mari. I'm mostly just here. I have social media. I don't really use it. So come catch me here, where I enjoy also causing problems, and it is great.
Claudia, your turn.
I'm Junie Vanesh. You can find me on my channel here on Twitch. I am on all social media, so follow me if you dare. Actually, I will be the werewolf storyteller this Friday on Ree'stable Studios for Queen's Gambit. We're there in the Umbra, and I almost did have somebody walk the green spiral. So we're gonna find out if we get some next this Friday. Ooh. So actually on Saturday we'll be wrapping up our season over on Chicago Hidden Cities. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, we'll be here next Tuesday. Oh, and next month, vampire. Yes. That
True.
will be fun too.
It's true. There may be something starting in January that's going to be a lot of fun stuff.
Maybe, yes. We will see.
Last but certainly not least, Phoenix.
Hi, I'm Kira858. As always, it's been a blast. You can find all of our my TTRPG content on YouTube at the Cookout TTRPGs, where we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. But outside of that, as you all know, I have started my own comic book company called Snowstorm Comics, where you can be able to see our debut series, Rise of the Nephilim. The first issue, regular standard edition, has been sold out. Once again, thank you, New York Comic Con. We're getting our second printing back soon. The variant edition is out, and there may be a little sneak peek coming along the way. Let's see if it shows. Will it show? Will it show? Will it show? No, it won't show. Oh, you got to figure out what this actually is in the near future, as maybe a new issue may be coming out relatively soon. So that's actually the first time reveal, because I actually just got it in today. Just keep an eye out on our Instagram at Snowstorm Comics, as new comics may be coming to a store near you. And that's me.
All right, and with that, our story has come to its end. So I do hope you enjoyed, and we look forward to seeing you next time.